left immediately for the south in order to join the expedition. I felt weary during the journey, brought on no doubt by that dementia vision. Majestic buildings unnerved me in a way I've never experienced anywhere else. They seemed like they were from a different world. Maybe they were. I tried to ignore those repulsive and vivid sensations that had suddenly welled up like an old memory. I'm on the last stretch of the journey before I reach the expedition base. With some luck, I hope to finally find some evidence of this primeval race. The trails fade away and the fog becomes denser as I get deeper into these ancient woods. The afternoon draws in. I ride fast because the night will soon envelop the forest.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Hidden on the Trail of the Ancients. So, we have reached Patagonia and we are on our way through the forest. Here's our loyal horse, which is just eating or maybe drinking. So, it's almost night time. Let's start exploring a little bit. And looks like we got a new goal. Let's see what that is. Must join the expedition team at the base camp in the Patagonian woods. Alright. So, wherever the base camp may be, just have a... Okay, so can I check out that lock? Doesn't look like it. Well, it seems to be Loctite anyway, so nothing I can do about that at this point. Did I keep any of my items? Yes, I kept tracing paper and the mystical stone. I like that because at least they introduce a situation where you can't just forget an item in chapter 1 and then be stuck in chapter 2.
I can barely see. I need to find a way to light up the shelter.
Okay, yeah, I can indeed barely see. Yeah. I've cranked up this game's gamma all the way, but as I've mentioned, this game doesn't actually crank up the in-game gamma, it cranks up your monitor's gamma, so that doesn't really do you any good. And I'm going to try to light up the footage a little bit, but yeah, we'll see how that's going to work up. So, there is... Okay, I don't think I have matches or anything, so nothing I can do here at the moment. So, let's just go ahead. And anything we can take here. Can check out these barrels, but they don't seem to contain anything of interest. So anything here? Nope, doesn't look like it. And is this already the base camp? Or is this like an intermediate camp? Okay, here's a kettle of sorts. Doesn't really do me any good. Let's check out this place here. Okay, we've got... Ooh. These ritual artifacts belong to Callum, my uncle's native friend. We get he's come to visit us. Okay, and he apparently brought his native artifacts along, which seems to be moderately careless. Anyway, let's check out this pier here, or flight of chairs. One of the 3 canoes they've built across the remotest zones of the expedition. Okay. Alright. Doesn't look like I can actually check it out. Maybe I can interact with it later. Let's just continue for now. We've got some sort of blanket here, but it doesn't look like we can actually advance into that direction. So let's check out what's over here, if I could actually walk over there, which I can't. Oh, we actually have a land of kind of, sort of, directly here. Okay, finally. It has to be Campus Expedition, okay, so... Alright, can I take this lantern because that would be really useful? Apparently not. Anything I can do here? Okay, so a bunch of candles here, stuff, but yeah, no, it's too dark. Guess I can't use. That doesn't work. So the stone doesn't have mystical powers that allow me to lighten it up. So yeah, so I think I'm just going to have a little look around. So I found something interesting, namely this pistol here. It's Eneko's revolver. Oh, sorry, so it's a revolver, not a pistol. It seems to have been recently fired. There's gunpowder residue and the drum is empty. And I also found an empty shell. Found that shell near the horse. It's basically, if you stand in front of the horse, it's to your left. And there's also another shell here. But that doesn't really help us with lighting fire in that hut. Because our character just refuses to take that lantern. But that's alright. So let's have another look around. Maybe we can find something else interesting. So let's check out what's over here. Again. Okay. Picture or little box full of matches. Okay, excellent. So that's pretty much exactly what we need. But before we... yeah, so here's more shells. Yeah, I thought I had seen something here before, but I kind of didn't really pay attention to it. So here we are. Let me please go back. So something happened here. Pistol was fired, and the revolver was fired and they left it behind. It's quite suspicious, because why would you do that? And yeah, here's even more shells. So I found 4 shells already. So that's pretty concerning. So anything else here maybe? Nope, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, so for now let's just go back to the hut and light some fire. And here we go. So finally we can see something. Ooh, blood. Not good. It's fresh blood, not good at all. Okay. Let's check out this table here. Let's see what's over here.
Here. Can anybody hear me?
Okay, let's answer this call.
Thomas Farrell speaking. Who's there?
This is Dr. Laura Garmendia from the Lercy Group. Can anybody hear me?
Laura, it's Thomas Farrell here. Where is everyone?
Oh my God, you're there. It's so good to hear your voice.
Okay, let's just ask.
Laura, you still there?
I hear you.
Laura, calm down. What's going on?
It's this place, Thomas. It's cursed. We should have listened to Caleb. I wish we had never come here. It's too late.
calm down. Tell me where you are.
Okay. I'll try. I'm in the target area of the Alerce expedition. At camp. We found what we've been looking for so hard. I'm near the place where a large monolith rises. You must find the device we discovered at that area. It could be critical. Do it quick, please.
Tell me, what's this about?
It's a stone cylinder with symbols. Same as the ones mentioned by Max Gian in his book. The people of Koihu group found it in their assigned area, but I don't know where they left it. But it must be where you are.
Okay. All right, Laura. All right. Try to calm down. I'll look for this device and I'll call you back, okay?
Okay, we've got a new goal, but before we check that out, let's exhaust the dialogue tree.
You still there, Laura?
I'm here. I hear you.
What can you tell me about the Koihu group, or Ajit?
All I can tell you is that they came to join us to continue the tasks here at the ruins. I couldn't speak with Ajit in detail. I'm sorry. I can't tell you anything more about this.
Alright.
Laura?
Yes.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I'm all alone. Everybody ran. I've tried and I've tried, but I can't find anyone.
Okay, so she's alone, that's not good. But for now we can't really do anything, except for checking out this journal. 12th of October. Last supplies received and checked. If weather stays stable, tomorrow the expedition team shall be ready for the first phase. 13th of October. 6:30 AM. Both research party marched from base camp as planned to different locations. Group Alerce with Dr. Eneko Farell at the helm is heading south across the lake to an unexplored region. Group Kulihu, led by Ajit Vikrama, is going east to a site where the ancient ruins were found. New findings are expected in that area. 14th of October, 8:45 AM. A clean sky and gentle breeze. Activities are on schedule and morals high. Communications are fine and the first transmission showed great optimism from both groups. 6:12 PM. Dr. Farrell's team report the first discoveries. Sculptures on partially standing burls near the lake shore featuring unidentified inscriptions in bas relief. The team is now focused on cleaning the area, documenting and sampling. Group Korean will continue exploring the area. 7 PM. Group Alerce reports success with the findings. Conditions better than expected. Team has decided to camp and spend the night at the site. Tasks are bound to continue at dawn. 15th of October. 9:20 AM. Dr. Farrell's report dictated. We inspect the site more closely after settling. The place is sober and quieter than the lack of people can explain, almost waiting. Be it for excitement or defying chance, also wind from the coast, we did not get through the rest during the night. Nature resonates strangely here. After a while, I noticed that we were hardly speaking to each other, but not because of any disputes. It is as if silence is a tacit mandate, a respectful subordination to a higher voice that remains unheard. The typical wildlife is close as absent too. What might animals have understood of the wind's breath? Dr. Carmendia has been passionately working to get some meaning out of the symbols. She is very good in her field and also a stubborn woman. She has listened, not without prejudice, to my speculation about the ancient and our findings. She does not like the idea, and I hope that this works at least as motivation for her to come with a better hypothesis. Walt and myself will move to the surrounding area to look for other valuable locations. 3:50 PM. Dr. Farrell's report dictated. We continue to work very hard, but there's so much more ahead that needs to be done. We will need additional supplies to extend our stay. There's an imposing monolith. Well, if it's imposing, it's probably also amazing. Well within the forest. Size is far greater than any other independent construction in the range of the site, and its condition is the best we have seen up to this point. Again, those symbols. It's a bit frustrating to have so limited resources. I believe our best option is to have Group Coline here as well to join efforts. Fortunately, Thomas will be arriving in a few days. Please tell him about the good news and send him directly to the site. 17th of October, 5:43 p.m. Dr. Farrell's report dictated. Vikrama's team is now here. Help could not have come in better moment. The big monolith exhibits figures and inscriptions with no visible relation to other findings. A set of massive doors blocks the way, and we have not been able to open them, neither will we apply force that could damage the surface. Near the monolith there are groups of ruins, buildings that, although decayed, configure a sort of small city of old with patterns and structure. The floor is mainly stone, with a number of significant cracks that could work as pathway down. It may be that some part of the city remains buried deeper into the ground. We will most likely attempt to descend through one of the gasps. 19th of October, 6 p.m. Dr. Farrell's report. We've managed to move down into a subterranean cave. Well, okay, I was going to make a snarky comment about caves always being subterranean, but technically I guess they can be above surface level, so that was stupid. Despite the joy of such progress, I do not feel that there's no secrecy here. This place is not hidden from view, but just filling its place at the heart of the world. Huge columns of dark solid rock are present across the cave, and up on them symbols and figures which we have already seen on the minor monoliths and murals. 20th of October, 11:17 a.m. Dr. Farrell's report. All the equipment is ready. I shall soon start the descent towards the ruins. Ajit and Laura will go with me, so it's the lady and the native. 7:22 p.m. He's very precise. Other people would probably just say 7:30 or 7:20, but he's 7:22. Descent successful. A significant discovery was awaiting us several meters below the surface. Wondrous ruin of immeasurable value. It left us speechless and energized, but our bodies are exhausted. The team will get some rest and continue tomorrow with additional descents. Base camp. No new transmission received. A problem with the radio is suspected, but the decision has been made to go back to the camp and check the status. Okay, so, the radio seems to be fine, at least it's working now. Question is whether the radio operator...
The map of the expedition. I can see the areas covered in the last departures. I won't have any problems identifying the last area explored.
Okay, it's probably where we're going to have to head sooner or later. Let's check out this dream catcher here. Product of Callum's craftsmanship. There's a glass with a condor's feather inside, okay. Does that mean anything? Can I shoot it? Oh, of course not. So... yeah, that would just be silly, so let's not bother with that anymore. And let's instead examine this table. Nope, maybe this map here. Okay. So... can I check this out in detail? It doesn't look like it. Okay, maybe later. So for now, let's examine this shelf here. Okay, the work of Edgar Allan Poe. Okay, famous Gothic author, Center Earth. Okay, mineralogy and geology. Okay, manual of archaeology of the Americas. Okay, I got this mysterious stones here. Breath of the Mountain Stone. One of Callum's ritual stones representing the wind. Whoops. Darkness Stone. One of Callum's ritual stones representing the night. Okay, I sense a puzzle incoming. What kind of sound was that?
In one of our long talks, Calum told me about an old ritual at which the Negin Colleen, spirits who own the animals, offer protection during the difficult time of the human journey of the spirits, through which it is possible to achieve a common goal. to conquer knowledge in its 4 forms: creativity, imagination, intuition, and understanding. 4 elements will be melted in the ritual vessel by the hit of the flame, under the seals of the air, liberation, flight, and agility to get over obstacles and oppressions, and the earth, robustness, symbol of protection and shelter against external threats.
Okay.
Akash root, red fruit of Ambul, an element that represents the guardian spirits of the animal that will offer protection during the journey. Hallucinogenic mushrooms. I tried a few times, just out of mere curiosity, without clear results. But I do remember that night, my old friend was reluctant to tell me what it did to provide protection, and he avoided some of my questions.
I told you, magic mushroom were involved in this. So, can I check out this blood here? Doesn't look like it. Which is odd because that seems to be rather relevant. Oh, another hammer.
Thomas, I do not have much time. Something went wrong on the expedition. I was beaten, and when I woke up I was alone in the middle of the forest, with no understanding of what had happened. Something is stalking me in the forest. It is chasing me. I know that sounds crazy. At first I thought I was hallucinating, but I was able to react in time and escape. This abhorrent creature emerged. Oh my god, this cannot be real. I need to help the others. They may be in worse circumstances. I need to leave, to flee. You need to find Calum. He will know what to do. The abhorrent creature has followed my trail to the shelter. I've exhausted all my cartridges in vain. Bullets seem to have no effect. I was able to drive it away, at least for a while, thanks to the ancient ritual of protection. But I know he's still hanging around here. I can feel it. Get away from here. You must leave as soon as possible. Sorry I can't tell you everything that happened. Time is running out, and I must help the rest of the expedition. They may be in dire circumstances. I have to leave. Take care. You must protect a valuable object found in one of the expeditions in the area. Its structure, material, and inscriptions differ from any other known culture. Dr. Gamendia and I personally believe that it could belong to an archaic civilization, possibly the ancients. It is...
Okay, I've got some new goals. So I must find the piece mentioned by Laura. It was found by Team Koyun and should be here. This letter, Eneko mentioned a valuable object and he expects me to find and protect it. Must do it as soon as possible. Okay. So, I kind of doubt that Eneko is fine. Anything I can pick up here? Doesn't look like it. Can I check out this shelf here? Nope. So let's check out this place here. Aboriginal vase. This ritual vase belongs to Callum, an old friend of my uncle from a nearby tribe. What's that noise? So here we have trowel. My uncle used this trowel for decades. I think he finally decided to give it a rest. Okay, probably flat, so let's check out what's over here. A lamp that shall come in handy. Lantern, one of the expedition lanterns. It works perfectly. That's good to know. Nothing useful in here, okay. Let's check out what's over here. Hominid fossils reveal archaic civilization in the Andes. The discovery was made by Eneko Farell, archaeologist from the University of Buenos Aires, and a team of experts from the National Institute of Anthropology and History in Bariloche, most notably anthropologist Thomas Farrell and Dr. Lara Garmendia, a renowned epigraphist who has been published several works regarding Incayan hieroglyphics. Covered fossils are not well preserved, and additional testing is still required to accurately establish the age, but preliminary analysis indicate that it could be the oldest hominid remains known to the modern man. At first we thought that this was another Pithecanthropus erectus, but later on we found another fossil in better condition. Then it was evident this is something completely different, concluded Dr. Farrell in his conference. Also at the site, the research team collected stone tools and documented the existence of ancient buildings, partially destroyed. While Dr. Farrell and his team waited for the confirmation on the fossils, new questions arise. What's the relationship between these ruins and such old hominids? What does this mean to the primitive history of South America and perhaps the world? Time again will tell. Okay, don't think I can check out anything else here. So, is there anything else of interest here? Maybe. Okay. This film closed. I doubt that the keyhole will be enough to open it. Okay. Oh, it's a puzzle. So, do I even have a key? No, I do not. Yeah, I had so many keys during the last chapter. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with this at this point, at least not before I have... Nights can be very cold in this place. The windows have been blocked with wood, probably for the same reason. Okay. Then let's go back. Anything else of interest here? Yep. Ritual artifact. It's made of branches, bones and animal hair. Probably another of Karam's handicrafts. Okay. Quite a lot of mystical stuff here. Sword medallion. Very old in appearance. I can't recognize the symbols on the surface. Yeah, nobody can ever recognize any symbols in this game, because they're all from the ancients. So, anything here? This one object was found during the latest exploration in the area. It is striking that the symbols resemble those I found in Buenos Aires in Scopelli's room. So, don't see the use of it in this case. So I thought you could compare it, but never mind. For one second I thought it was a hand, but I think it's just a root of sorts. So, well, that was interesting. Can I check out this chest here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so I think I'm going to end the episode here. Thanks for watching, and I hope you join me next time. And if you liked this video, feel free to leave a like or subscribe, and please leave any comments or thoughts in the comment section. See you then, and goodbye.